yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud.
Good morning, friends. Welcome back to week 4 of the Fast and Furious Shred. We are here for day 23 at Old Crunchy, and we're here for, you guys know, lower body, lower body, lower body. What the actual hell? Yesterday, the kids were off school. I mentioned in the last video for just cold. We didn't have any ice, nothing. It's actually colder today, but there wasn't any more water to have any ice threat. We didn't have any yesterday either, so they basically got a free day. But rather be safe than sorry, right? But I have not been able to do upper at Crunchy or at the gym in forever. I've had to do it in the garage, but the garage workout was kick-ass yesterday. I have to say, I have not been able to go up on weights in the garage in a while on that particular day as far as the exercises, and we went up on almost everything, which was shocking to me. It is the week before the shark, which is notorious no matter if I'm cutting or at maintenance for it to be my weakest week, and I try not to let that get in my brain because I think that's placebo sometimes, you guys know, but it really is. As far as like out of all the weeks in the month, this is usually my worst week, weigh-in wise. I mentioned to you guys last week, feels wise. I am ravenous. I've been ravenous since day 1 of this cut, okay? Day 1, it set in the night before, before we even started day 1. But man, the hunger is real, and you know a cut is a cutting when you can't go to bed because your mind is racing thinking about food. And when I say that, it's not like I'm thinking about food like, oh, I want to go in the kitchen and go eat right now. It's when this shred's over, what's gonna be my first meal? I'm like, that's not the vibe we're going for. I've already thought in my mind like what I want to eat, but I've done this for so long to whereas it's so crazy how different it is at this point of me cutting versus years ago cutting. So like years ago cutting, I would come off of a cut and we would self-sabotage like all the work that we did in the cut by overeating and having FOMO and all the things with food. And I have trained my brain, I guess, so much and have went through all the trial and error of doing that and trying things and it just not panning out the way that I thought in my brain, that now I know better, if that makes sense. So I'm just ready to get back to maintenance normal, you know, and I'm thinking like, oh, I want to have one of our Saturday night dinners, like those croissant ham and cheese sandwiches that we were having when we were having our off-track meal before in maintenance. Like that's what I'm looking for, not to eat a whole bag of Reese's or anything like it's nothing like that. It's just getting back to some normalcy, if that makes sense. And I'm just looking forward to having that flexibility and that freedom a little bit more. I am going to be reversing my calories when I get done with this cut and trying to find my new true maintenance at whatever weight that I'm at. And then my plan, you guys know the goal always eventually is for you to just move your body, be intuitive, really be honed in on that protein goal, but not track and just intuitively eat. And I think we're gonna try that. I think we're gonna finally bite the bullet and get to that stage after I figure out where I need to be and see portions and protein size for my true maintenance, and then try to do it without having to scale out every 5 seconds, you know. I think we've come and worked hard enough to finally get there, and that will be a big step for me, a big freedom step for me, and it will feel so good. It will feel so good not to have to, you know, nitpick and worry about every little thing. That will be nice. So that's my ultimate goal always, and just keeping on moving my body, getting strong like I mentioned in last week's video. And thank y'all so much for the love and support on last week's video about me talking about Trey and being vulnerable and my why and all that. I appreciate you guys so much. Y'all are the best. They're absolute best, I swear. But that's why we come here. That's the motivation to come. It has nothing to do about numbers on a scale. It has nothing to do about aesthetics. We come regardless of all those things because we want to get strong and we want to have longevity of life, be healthy, have strong bones, all that stuff, to be able to live our best, fullest life. That's the whole thing. If you're doing all this, guys, and you're not actually living your life, what's the point? So that's my little long-term goals for you guys. But it is the coldest, like I said today. It's like 20 degrees, right? It was 14 degrees when I woke up. That's crazy for Southeast Louisiana. My northern friends don't come for me because I know it's been negative 100 for you. I know, and that's why I don't live up there, okay? But for us, it's like unheard of for these temperatures. So I've been so snuggly in my car with my seat warmer and my heater on, and I don't feel like walking to the door, but we got to get in there and fight somebody for the abductor machine before I have to wait 500 years for it. And we have grocery running to do, and we definitely need groceries because good Lord, with them being off yesterday, I'm like, if we don't get groceries in this house, we got to be eating the canned fruit and the canned tuna, and that's about it. So let's go in here and make this deposit on this week 4 day, what did I say, 23? Let's get it.
Never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth. Can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about. Have your fucking cloud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round. Bitch, I'm legend bound, can't stop me.
It is done, friends. Deposit is made. And what I want to preach, that I always preach, is sometimes it's all about discipline. It's all about consistency. Sometimes you go in there and you're just going through the motions. Yes, I'm pushing myself, but what I mean is, did I enjoy that workout per se? Kind of not really. Like I keep saying, I miss my upper days so bad. So I am just putting the deposit in, pushing myself where I can, and checking off the boxes in this cut. That is my goal, is to push myself. And we did. We definitely went up on glute bridge today, went down on some other things because, man, feeling the gas on certain exercises is like, damn, oh, we need that food for maintenance to be able to push this. But some things I'm like, hey, we can freaking go up. You weren't pushing yourself in maintenance, and we're doing that. So I feel good about that. Cardio is still a bitch. I just hate cardio, you guys know. And I've been doing it forever, even through my maintenance phase, but just that little extra incline and just that little extra however many minutes, I swear it makes a difference, y'all. But feeling good, you always feel much better when you leave the gym than going in. Had to wait a million years for the adductor machine. Like literally I did that last because every time I went to go get on it, somebody was on it the entire time I was in there. It's fine. But man, that thing is a hot commodity. They need like 4 of them bitches in there. So we are going to go do our grocery running. I got a lot of grocery running to do. Like I said, we are out of mainly all the freshness stuff, and I'm hoping I can get some proteins on sale because your girl has been working through the fridge, freezer, and pantry, and now we are left with like nothing. And I don't want to pay full price to stock everything back up. So I'm hoping we get some red stickers today. Fingers crossed. I will show you guys post-workout whenever I eat. It is nothing new, nothing fun. I promise you we're having new pre-workout meal this week. What? Your girls got new pre-workout. Nothing that you haven't seen in the past, but I'm switching up my pre-work. I know. I'm like, look, we got to keep it fun and spicy in this cut and keep things interesting for sure, and keep you motivated, like with just changing and switching some things up for sure. So we're going to switch up our pre-workout. We are having a different lunch today, I think, than we've been having. So we're switching up just a little bit, but it's nothing you guys haven't seen. Nothing like new and innovative is what I'm trying to say. Post-workout meal, we have our strawberry milkshake overnight oats. Now, I'm not sure what I'm gonna think about them today because I had to use non-fat plain Greek yogurt. I usually use the vanilla. I've never used just the plain before, but hopefully the protein powder and the almond extract and the little bit of monk fruit that I add to it will help it out. And then we've also got our protein coffee over here. So I'm just leaving my first Aldi. I'm gonna hit up my little Walmart and then go to my other Aldi to see if they have any proteins. Man, scored on the produce in here. So make sure you're watching the grocery hauls. Macros for post-workout is 459 calories, 41 protein, 54 carbs, 10 fat, and 8 fiber. Lunch is nothing that y'all haven't seen before. So I've got tuna. All I put in my tuna is some light mayo, mustard, pepper, and this garlic salt with parsley from Aldi. I'm still using that Star-Kissed tuna from Sam's. I've mentioned, you guys, I don't know what they've changed over the time, but it's just too freaking watery and wet. No matter how much I drain it, I like the Great Value one better, so I'm going through it, but I will not buy it again. Dang, what is happening? I got 1.2 ounces of the Snack Factory honey mustard little pretzel bites. I've got 150 grams, I think, of raspberries, fresh raspberries, almost like an entire carton, and 10 grams of fiber right there. That's crazy. A light string cheese for a total of 409 calories, 30 grams of protein, 44 carbs, 13 fat, and 10 fiber. Taco Tuesday dinner, we are making burrito bowls. We haven't had these in a long time. So first we have to make my easy Spanish rice. I've shown this on videos before, but some of you guys asked about it. So you're gonna need 2 tablespoons of oil. I like to use the coconut oil in this, so I got that melting away. You're gonna need some of the tomato chicken bouillon. That's what makes it. Garlic powder, onion powder, a cup of rice, and 2.5 cups of water. And that's it. So all you're gonna do is melt up your coconut oil. You're gonna pan fry your rice until it has like that toasty color. Add your water, your seasonings, and put the lid on for what my stove is like about 15 minutes, and it is good to go. It's the easiest thing ever. I will have everything written out in the description box down below along with the macros and the measurements for y'all. But I use this in a lot of our Taco Tuesday recipe bowls and stuff, but the kids just like to eat it on the side too. It's so cheap and so easy, it's become a staple. Here is our burrito bowl. So we have half a serving of the easy Spanish rice at the bottom, a serving of the burrito bowl mix, which is just ground turkey and a can of chili beans and spices. That is it. We've got 15 grams of the reduced fat Aldi Mexican cheese on top, 50 grams of some fresh avocado, and 2 tablespoons of my homemade ranch, which is just light sour cream. 491 calories, 43 protein, 42 carbs, 19 fat, and 8 fiber. Never skip dessert and tell me you're in a deficit without telling me you're in a deficit. We've got a 0 sugar Jell-O cup, 60 calories, the chocolate swirl. I love these, but I love eating more than just that. And 208 grams of strawberries, 127 calories, 2 protein, 26 carbs, 2 fat, and 4 fiber to round out today, Tuesday. Rest day tomorrow. See you guys Thursday.
Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that.
Good morning, friends. Happy Thursday. Happy day 25 Fast and Furious Shred. We are here at Old Crunchy, wherever she is, somewhere over there. You see the cars are packed today, and today is my least favorite day, you guys know, for Thursday. It's not much, and it's, to be honest with you, not hard, okay? But it's just not fun, okay? Where is my back exercises at? Where are they at? I even thought though, like when I get back to maintenance, I probably still need to do this split because when I was looking in the mirror yesterday on my rest day, which by the way was amazing, but by the end of the, not even the end of the day, car line picking up Trey, exhausted. Like literally I was listening to a true crime podcast while I was in car line, and I'm like dozing off. This never happens to me. I am never tired like this except for when I'm cutting. But I was looking at myself yesterday while changing, and I was like, okay, I'm seeing so many differences. Putting the sports bra on today, it is loose. I can't say that I've ever said that about this sports bras. I'm like, damn, things are happening whether a number on the scale is telling you or not. That's why I say all the time, gauge your clothes and how you feel, pictures, videos, that measurements, that's gonna gauge on your progress more than that effing scale ever will. But when looking at the mirror yesterday and assessing things, I was like, the only thing that looks like still luscious and intact is my ass. And that was the goal of doing this split. I'm like, okay, so if we do this with eating more food, maybe we can have it stay the same, if not get a little bigger over time. And that's always what we want, ladies, right? So I was like, even though I hate this, training lower more than upper, it's working. It was my insurance for my ass going into this, because I don't know about you guys, I don't know about y'all, but when I go into a cut, the first thing that I lose is the tatas and the booty, okay? Always. So being that it's still there, now yeah, we still have 2.5 weeks left, but being that it's still there, I'm like, something must be a-working. So we might continue this. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit after the shred is over, but not by much. We'll see. I don't know. I miss my upper days so bad, you guys know, but I feel like what we're doing is what I actually want for my body, so I just gotta suck it up, buttercup. Theme for week 4 is hungry AF and tired AF. Tired AF has been the theme since day 1, since we started, okay? Like, oh, it's just the worst. I've said this before if you are new, but to me, the way I describe feeling this way is when you are in a video game and when you are out of power and then you get like something and you level up and all of a sudden you're like blub 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 and you get your energy again. It's exactly how I feel, because after I eat my dinner, I feel phenomenal. I feel phenomenal after dinner time, and then I eat my dessert and then it's like, okay, time to go to bed. But I feel good between dinner and bedtime. It is after my post-workout, it's when things start to go downhill. After post-workout, feeling good, but then that wears off and then I eat lunch, but it's just not enough. It's not enough between that lunchtime and dinner time window to where I am just freaking exhausted and my energy is like, and you can feel it. I don't know, and I hate to do this because I have not drank energy drinks in forever, but I don't know if we need to incorporate a little energy drink like going to car pickup line, because literally I feel like I could fall asleep, and that's no bueno, driving and going and doing all the things, you know? So that's just my struggles. I'm just sharing that with you guys. How are you doing on your journey of whatever that looks like for you? I know there's so many of y'all that are doing this alongside with us, and thank y'all so much for writing in the comments how you are doing on your cut, because there's so many that are doing it too. And by seeing that and having that camaraderie, it just makes people feel like they're not alone and they're not the only ones having those feels or struggling. So keep conversing about it down below in the comments, because I know that by you sharing and by me sharing, we're helping so many other people and doing this together as a community. But I gotta stop procrastinating. My car is so warm and hot and feels so good because it's freezing. You guys know, y'all know it's cold AF. I don't have to tell y'all. Speaking of the cold, I saw this on Instagram and I was like, this is me. Like, they wrote this for me. It says, can't wait to stop complaining about the cold weather and start complaining about the hot weather. Y'all know, that's me. But I'm tired of being crusty and dry. Ugh, it's the worst. Okay, enough complaining. My battery's about to die. We got it back up, thank God. Let's get in here and make this deposit, shall we? Not gonna lie, we had to go down on a lot of things. However, my muscle connection was on fire today. Slow tempo, really feeling the burn. It felt good. Even though I hate today, I enjoyed today. Look at me go. I will take it. You take any small win in a cut. I wasn't able to do any quads today, so I might sub out tomorrow and do some quads, even though I'm like, I don't need to train quads. I feel like I neglect them. I'm like, my baby quads, like we gotta do, even though they like are quad dominant, taking over and all the things. I feel like my pump has not been existent. Obviously, you have more carbs when you're at maintenance and things, and the pump is off the chain at maintenance. Like, damn. I'm like, I want that back so bad, because right now I'm feeling like so depleted. For my posing today, I was feeling it. I was like, okay, girl, the cut is a cutting, even though I know it's a cutting and it's working. I was like, holy smokes, girl, good work, good job. That's what you guys should be doing. You should be hyping yourself up. Be your own hype girl. Give yourself compliments, give yourself praise where it's freaking due. I don't know why we were ever taught like, oh, you're full of yourself or you're conceited because you talk to yourself well. Like, who told us that in life? They need to be put somewhere for sure, because it is the best thing you can do is to pay yourself an own compliment, to tell yourself that you look freaking fire. Hey, your ass looks good. Damn, you're working hard. The hard work's paying off. Keep going. Don't stop. Push yourself. Like, those are the things that we should be telling ourselves, instead of looking in the mirror and saying, damn, if you could only lose this there, you would look so much better. Oh, you would be so much better if you did this. And that's what we as females tend to do when we look at ourselves in the mirror. No, ma'am, not for 2026. We are going to look in that mirror and we are going to feel ourselves and cherish in it. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're not full of yourself. You're not conceited. Any of that bullshit that someone's trying to tell you, you are proud of yourself. And if anybody ever comes for you for posting a picture on your social media, or if anybody in the break room ever says anything to you, it's their own insecurities reflecting off of them. Don't let their negativity negativity bring you and your success and your worth and your feel goodness down. Okay, that's my pep talk for today, because we are feeling freaking fire. Was not feeling good walking in, but you always feel like $1 million walking out. That's why we make that deposit every day, ladies and gents. We are going to thrift day number 2. So I'm headed to the bougie Goodwill. I did pack my post-workout. You guys know what it is at this point. So I will see you when we get hungry. We're always hungry, but when we get ravenous at some point. Just left our first thrift store. You know your girl's hungry, headed to the next. So we've got some strawberry milkshake overnight oats. You guys know it's either the cherry, the blueberry, or the strawberry. The PB&J, I love that one too. However, it's a little bit higher calorie and we are cutting, you know? And then we've got our protein. Look at me drinking coffee for once. We've got our protein coffee. Macros clocking in post-workout are 459 calories, 41 protein, 54 carbs, 10 fat, and 8 fiber. I failed to mention to y'all my pre-work. What is my life? I didn't even talk to you guys about, it's not new. I've done that many times, but I haven't done the PB Fit, the powder, and put that on top of the rice cake. I've done like protein powder, and I probably will have to do the protein powder paste, I call, on top of there at some point, because I'm almost out of PB Fit and I don't plan on going to Costco until February 10th. So that's a little ways away. We're probably going to run out of peanut butter, but it's fine. And then those chocolate rice cakes with the banana, with the honey, with the salt is just slapping, okay? So freaking good. Even though I didn't feel my strongest, it's the week before the shark. It doesn't matter what pre-work I'm taking. I don't feel strong the week before the shark. That just hit so hard. The entire time I was like, damn, this is so freaking good. So I'm going to continue that for a while, switching things up. I always tell you guys, keep things on repeat. If you love it, don't switch anything up. If it's working, keep it on plan. And y'all know I'm all about that life. But sometimes, y'all, sometimes if things are just getting like in the motions and the discipline and consistency is getting a little boring for you, then that's when you can spice things up. And when I say spice things up, I've done this before. So it's not like I was trying something brand new and not liking it or knowing about it. Put something else in your rotation, and that way it keeps things fresh, keeps things spicy and motivated. Food motivates you on your cut. Y'all, the hunger and the fatigue is a real dang almighty. We've got the same thing we had Tuesday, except I have like more or less or different fruit on the side, less pretzel crisps. We just adjust to meet the rest of our needs for the other things we're eating throughout the day. Does that make sense? 389 calories for this entire plate. Like, this is an example of high volume eating right here. Make sure that you are putting tons of fruits and veggies, whatever your jam is, on your plate to fill up your tummy, but also to get that fiber in. That's going to help with so many things. I mean, I could go all day about how great fiber and protein is for you. 389 calories, 30 grams of protein, 41 carbs, 12 fat, and 11 grams of fiber. Y'all, by the end of the day, your girl's gonna be having 29 grams of fiber. Let's go. Thursday night's dinner, we are doing pulled pork casserole. I had exactly a pound of that pulled pork from Sam's Club left over, so that worked out perfectly. I will have that recipe linked down below for y'all, super easy. And then some French style green beans that I put a buttload of the garlic butter Kinders in there. For a total, here is my serving, and here's my green beans. 511 calories, 28 protein, 47 carbs, 23 fat, and 4 fiber. Never skip dessert, same-ish, different day. So we've got a serving of the Great Value light Greek vanilla yogurt in there, 30 grams of Costco frozen, I was going to say strawberries, shred brain, blueberries. I'm almost out, so I got those from Aldi. That will supplement till we get back to the Costco's. And then a little measly 10 grams of the Bewitched peanut butter for a total of 169 calories for the macros, 17 grams of protein, 16 carbs, 4 fat, and 2 fiber to wrap out this Thursday. Hallelujah, tomorrow is Friday. Macros for the day popping up next. And I'll see you guys for our last training day of week 4.
Say anything negative, cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my fucking mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots.
Good morning, friends. Happy Friday. Happy day 26, Fast and Furious Shred. We're here at Old Crunchy. She over there somewhere. We're here to do glutes and shoulders. Always the bottom of something, I swear. Lower half something. And let me tell you, I am not feeling it. You know, I haven't been feeling it since we started the shred. To be honest with you guys, good days and bad days for sure. And definitely take the good days over the bad days or the days that are rough, because they're going to keep coming if you're in a deficit. This is not fun. It's not meant to be fun. And if it was fun, everybody would be doing it and everybody would be where they want to be. So there is that. That's why you got to keep showing up, keep putting in the work, and being as consistent as possible to yield results. I just posted something on Instagram that said, like, as long as you're showing up and being consistent, it doesn't have to be perfect and it's not going to look pretty. It's going to be messy. But if you just don't give up on yourself, that's when you win. And that is the message that I try to spread here each and every day, is to do something for yourself. Make yourself a priority. Keep yourself on that to-do list. Don't put yourself at the bottom or on the back burner of your to-do list and then forget about yourself or throw yourself away. You are important, and it is worth your time to give yourself what you need each and every day to be the best version of you. You can't be the best version of yourself and give to others fully and completely until you give to yourself first. And that's not being selfish. That is being real. That is being real for you to be the best wife you can be, the best mom you can be, the best at your profession that you can be, the best athlete that you can be, whatever it is. The best that you can be is when you put yourself at the top of your list so you can pour into everyone else's cup the best that you can. Quit putting yourself off. Quit making yourself in your mind think that you're not important, that you're not worth the time that you have throughout the day to give yourself 20 minutes. I tell you guys all the time, because I get a lot of people that say, like, oh, well, you're in the gym so long. And I am, and I'm very grateful to be able to have this time to do it. And it's not just about the gym, guys. For me, and especially today, I need it more than ever. I mean, I've had a crazy week. Personally, there's a lot of things going on. You know, everybody's got their own shit that's going on. You know what I mean? And not everybody wears it like a billboard on themselves for everybody else to know, like, hey, this is a shit I'm going through, so treat me a certain way because I'm going through the thick of it. Nobody does that. We should all be courteous and kind to each other no matter what, because you never know what somebody's going through, right? But for me, going in this gym is a therapy session. It is for me to be able to take out any aggression, any depression, anything that I've got going on. I can take it out on these weights, on this gym floor, leave it behind, and then make the rest of my day and going into the next day, my future self, better mentally and physically, all the things. So just wanted to throw that out there because I see a lot of people that neglect themselves and put themselves off because they think A, B, and C is more important. And I'm not saying that the things on your list aren't important. I'm not saying that at all. But I just want every one of you to know, especially my females out here, that you are important. You are worth the time. It doesn't have to be a 2 hour, 1.5 hour, 1 hour session. It can be 10 minutes. It can be 20 minutes. Something that you put into yourself. You're just going to feel so much better and be a more productive whatever it is throughout your day. So all that to be said, I'm going to go in here. We're going to manifest and kill it, right? We are wearing leggings today. I'm trying to be good and wear leggings on Friday. Mondays too, if I can ever get in this damn gym on a real upper day. Hopefully the schools aren't closed this Monday. We're having another Arctic blast, you guys know, but we'll see. But I'm wearing the leggings today. Let me tell you, it's so crazy because I was wearing leggings every day forever at some point, right? And I've just gotten so used to the comfy Adam Sandler vibes that when I put this on, it's almost like I'm a little uncomfortable, like not uncomfortable like the clothes are making me physically uncomfortable. It's just like uncomfortable, like, should I be wearing this? Like, I feel like I'm not covered up enough or something. But I'm trying to get back to it, to at least a little bit, you know, wear something to show off what we're working hard for, right? Pre-workout, we did the rice cakes again, and I had my peanut butter too runny today. So TMI, I was licking my plate on the way. I had runny peanut butter and honey all over the plate. I put too much water. That's a rookie move on my part. Won't do that again. yesterday was perfect, no complaints. But today I was like, oh snap, this is runny AF and there's no fixing it. We just work with what we got, and we just lick the plate, you know, that's fine. Licking the bowls, licking the spoon, licking the plate. You have to do that in the shred for sure. I can say I don't do that at maintenance, but in the shred, we get in every morsel, girl. We need those calories. Tomorrow is check-in day. I am not looking forward to it because it's the week before the shark. You guys know it's notorious, I say worse, like the least best of the check-ins for the month. But you know what? I'm feeling so good with where we are, what I'm seeing, my progress and everything. And that means more than the numbers flashing up on the scale. It should always mean more to you as well. So that's what we're going to keep rolling and manifesting with. So we've procrastinated enough as it is. I have got errands to run. I usually don't run errands on Friday, but the hub's birthday is Sunday. So I got to go pick up his cake. We have our local grocery store to us, Rouse's. We actually have one right here by the gym, which is nice. And they have like all proteins on a killer sale just today through Sunday. So I'm gonna pop in there and see if I can get some proteins, because you guys, if you watch the grocery hauls, you guys know that I am low on the stuff in the freezer because we've been working through the things and I gotta stock up and I don't want to pay full price. So being that there's killer prices over there, if I can get them and stock up the freezer a little bit and hopefully find some red stickers at Aldi, that will help and get us through another couple of months like we've been doing, living out of the freezer with what we've got. So let's get in here and make this deposit and do all the things, shall we?
That's how you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase them? Face it, I don't give up quick, I don't give up shit, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I promise.
A workout of going through the motions, but felt strong. I'm just not into it right now. I'm just not enjoying it fully like I was at maintenance. I'm being honest with you guys. We got it done. Like I said, I went up on some things. We had to move some things around. The gym is so packed. It's just so freaking crowded. I talked to my trainer friend again, and she trains still at Planet Fitness. I didn't know that. I thought she was only solely training here. And she asked me if I had been back since I left, and I was like, no. And she's like, wow, a lot of things have changed since you left, obviously. She's like, you know, we got the new equipment, the plate loaded machines, the racks and all that kind of stuff. And I said, well, is it busy around this time of the morning? And she was like, no. She said, it's a ghost town over there. She said, probably till you usually leave around 10 o'clock or so. She said, then it starts getting some people in. She said, but there's nobody in there. She said, now, as far as people hogging the machines and staying on their phones, you know, she's like, that hasn't changed. And I said, girl, we got the same kind of issues here, a little bit different, but there's issues at every gym. And she was like, absolutely. But she said, if you're looking for a place that there's nobody at this time, she said, go back to Planet Fitness. I'm like, Now, I like this gym. Okay. I love the vibe. I love the gym, the equipment, all the things, but I couldn't do leg press today. Both leg presses were full the entire time. I even waited about 10 minutes to be able to do the glute machine. I haven't done that in forever, but I'm like, I got to do something replacement. I was going to do hack squat. It never became available. So I was like, we're just going to do this glute machine. I had to wait like 10 minutes for it. And all the leg machines were fully packed today, and I just could not get on them. It was struggle bus for sure. She's like, man, they got a hack squatter. They got everything over there. I was like, we might go back to Planet Fitness. Oh Lord, y'all, the drama with olden days Planet Fitness. It just kills me though, because it's $10 here with tax. It's like $12 here at Crunch. And I think it's double that over at Planet Fitness for the basic package, you know? And it's like, to pay more just for it to be a little bit more empty. I don't know. We're still gonna have the same headaches over there. So it's like one headache you trade for the next. I don't know. Y'all let me know your thoughts down below. It just works out so perfectly because trade school's not far from here. I come here, I go home, whatevs. But it was just something to stew and think about, especially when I was sitting there waiting forever for machines and no machines became available because it's just so freaking slammed in here. Honestly, this gym needs so many multiple machines because of the capacity that people are here. Like, I can't imagine what it's like in the afternoon. I've heard from some of my gym friends in here how packed it is. I cannot imagine, but we got it. The moral of the story, I'm going on a tangent. The moral of the story is we got it done. We got cardio cardio done, and I felt good. Like I didn't feel gassed the entire time doing my workouts. I didn't feel like cardio was a struggle. I felt like it went by quick for once. That's crazy. But just like mentally and like the feels, I'm just not all in. However, it felt so good to be able to take out whatever I was going through, like I mentioned earlier, on the floor and just leave feeling refreshed and rejuvenated going to the weekend. So happy that we made the deposit always. We're doing a different post-workout meal. I know. Are you guys shocked? I mean, it's nothing that you guys haven't seen before, but it's different. I haven't showed it to you at all this week. So I got to go home and make it though. It's not anything that I've prepped or pre-made. So I have my errands to run and I don't want to be too long from eating my post-workout meal. So let me get my errands done and we'll get home and we'll whip up this food. Got my proteins, picked up the cake, got the ice cream. We are good to go. We have got the protein French toast. This is one of my absolute favorites. So on my rest days, usually I eat the protein waffles, that PE Science recipe, the protein French toast, or some other like sourdough jam egg situation. But this has been so good in this cut right now. So I've got that going. I have that link down below for y'all. And a little pro tip though, I use regular bread. So that recipe you guys are going to see, I think was with like low calorie bread. I use regular bread now because I don't like the, you know, low carb stuff affects my gut. When I get done cooking it and toasting it on both sides, I put it in the air fryer on the broil setting for about 10 minutes, flip it halfway, and it just makes it extra crispy. I'm a texture girly and I'll have to have like my waffles and my French toast crispy. Who's with me? So if you don't like the texture of it just from the skillet, pro tip, put it in the air fryer on broil. Works every time. We're gonna top our French toast with 100 grams of frozen blueberries. Put it in a bowl, add about 10 grams of monk fruit or stevia to it, and then put it in the microwave for about 45 seconds, stir it, and then do another 40 seconds, and it just makes like this little compote topping. So freaking good with some sugar-free syrup and some monk fruit powdered sugar. I'm gonna show y'all. So again, with the pro tip, I got it toasted up on, but it's not crispy. I like it toasty and crispy. My French toast, I want it to have a little crunch on the outside, especially with those edges. So 10 minutes broiler, flip, good to go. This is a syrup we're using, the Maple Grove Farm sugar-free. It is 10 calories for 2 tablespoons. I get it off of Amazon because it's a pretty good deal. It's hard to find the sugar-free around me. Walmart carries it, but a lot of times they're out of it. So I just get off Amazon because it's usually cheaper. Protein French toast is done. We topped it with our blueberry compote, and then I've got some powdered monk fruit that I keep in this little jar. I just put that on top. We've got 70 milliliters of the sugar-free syrup for a total of 479 calories post-workout, 35 protein, 81 carbs. Could be our highest carb meal of the day right after we're working out, 5 grams of fat, and 3 fiber. I just got done walking Saint, so that's why I got my jacket on, but I ate my protein French toast. I'm watching true crime per usual and literally feel like I have weights on my eyes and I could fall asleep in the chair at 12 o'clock. What is happening? The cut is a cutting in all the ways, and the worst way for me is the fatigue. This is the thing that I hate most about cutting, is feeling tired and fatigued all the time. I never feel that way at maintenance. I always feel really good, very productive, going 1,000,000 miles per hour, doing all the things. But in a cut, it sucks ass. Okay, I'm just gonna let you guys know. Oh, it's the worst. So I have not done this in a long time. I can't tell you guys the last time I've drank an energy drink, but I'm like, I've got to do something because I want to go take a nap. My body's probably telling me to go take a nap before I have to go pick up Trey, but I've got so much ish to do and I can't afford to. Who moms are out there with me? So I'm doing an Alani Nu. I have a bunch in my little fridge in my office that I just have stockpiled for forever. I mean, girl, I don't even know the date on this. This might not, this probably ain't even good. I mean, it's, according to this Best Buy date, we might be poisoning ourselves with this. But we're good at Best Buy, all right? Best Buy, recommended, but we're off by a lot. Dream Float Alani Nu. I mean, do they even make this flavor anymore? I don't know. 10 calories, and I think these are what, 200 milligrams of caffeine. Bottoms up. Well, the energy drink worked. 2-hour power hours, getting all my chores done. Feel good and productive about that. Not feeling too bad, but I can start feeling going, you know, the energy drink is wearing off. So we are going in with our lunch, which is the same old, 100 grams of raspberries, a serving of pretzel crisps, a light string cheese, and the tuna fish combo. 348 calories, 29 grams of protein, 32 carbs, 11 fat, and 6 fiber. Friday night, we were gonna do breakfast for dinner, but I've got so much leftovers throughout the week. So we're gonna do a leftover night tonight and Sunday. We're getting ish out of here. Mama doesn't go through all this cooking and buying all this stuff and wasting coin for it to go in the trash. You heard? We got chicken spaghetti is what Trey and I are eating right now. Hubs is on the way home. Waylon already ate some leftover stuff that he had from lunch the other day, going with his daddy to get a haircut. Baked beans, chicken legs, and corn. And then we've got the pulled pork casserole and green beans. So we are going to eat this. There's a lot left of that. Sunday night for sure. Waylon's not a big fan of the pulled pork casserole, so I'm saving the chicken legs for him because I know he'll eat that. This is what leftover night looks like. I put all the stuff that's in the fridge out and everybody gets what they want until it's gone, and then we make something new. We are going to make something new tomorrow for the hub's birthday, but other than that, leftovers until Monday. So here's our serving of chicken spaghetti. I don't have enough macros to have a garlic knot. What is my life? But we did in our thrifted, I say all the time, drink just tastes better when it's in a bougie glass. I don't make the rules. Sunkist Zero is like my jam all the time, but definitely in a cut, it just feels like you're getting a little treat for no calories. 489 calories, 37 protein, 55 carbs, 14 fat, and 3 fiber. Starving. Never skip dessert on repeat. We've got the Great Value light vanilla Greek yogurt, frozen blueberries. We got 16 grams of Bewitched peanut butter for a total of 201 calories, 19 protein, 17 carbs, 7 fat, 2 fiber. Check-in day tomorrow. Check-in time, and I am fresh-faced, moisturized, hair is wet. Just got out the shower, but checking in with you guys on Sunday. So yesterday on Saturday is my check-in day, and I told you guys all week I did not have a good feeling about this week's check-in because it's the week before the shark. And holy hell, were we wrong. I mean, I'm feeling great. I'm seeing the changes, but just based off the past, I was not feeling it scale-wise per usual, but got on the scale yesterday and we weighed in at 149.2, which was a 1.2 loss again for this week. That is absolutely bonkers. I have not seen the 140s and I cannot tell you guys when. It has been years since I've seen the 140s. A few shreds back, meaning a couple of years back, we've seen the 140s. Holy heck. However, I will tell you guys that yesterday on my rest day was probably the hardest day I've had on this shred thus yet, as far as feeling extremely hungry, extremely tired, just never satisfied as far as the food and the hunger. I'm just constantly hungry, and that is leading up to the shark, so it's elevated by 1,000. But just being in this cut, I'm I'm having all the feels, okay? I'm having all the feels, and it's definitely been like eye-opening for me going forward where I want to be in my journey, which I'm kind of thankful for going through this stage and having this kind of kick in the ass to realize where I truly want to be at almost 43 years old in my particular health journey. So I've lost a total of 6.2 pounds in 4 weeks on this shred, which is absolutely insane. I told you guys my initial goal was 145, but now looking at it and how I'm feeling and all things, I'm like, girl, 145, you could be blowing away in the wind at this point. Like, I don't know if I want to get to that initial goal is what I'm saying. So I'm just going to keep my head down, keeping myself in the game. I've got 2 weeks left. I'm trying to power through this. And then I told y'all I'm going to be reversing my calories, and I'm going to try to reverse fairly quick because, like I mentioned also in the beginning of the video, I am really, really headstrong, thinking, not even thinking. I've made my mind up that we're going to go into intuitive eating and not track for a while and see where that leads us. Just because I've been doing this, you guys know if you've been here for any amount of time, I've been doing this for years. And the goal is never to be tracking for a long-term period. And I'm in a good headspace mentally, physically.
age-wise, all things what I've learned where I can do that and I should still be able to feel good is the most important thing, and yield results as far as getting strong and staying strong and maintaining muscle, building a little muscle over time as we keep doing this till we're put in the grave. That is the goal. I also did a little deep diving into Planet Fitness. And I'm gonna pop in there this week. So if you follow me on Instagram and I post something about me being at Planet Fitness, don't be shocked, don't be surprised. I'm gonna get the feel of it before I just automatically sign up. You can get a day pass, and also they'll do like a little tour, obviously. So I think I'm gonna get a day pass, let them give me a tour and work out one day during the time that I usually go and see how I feel about it and get the vibe. And if I'm liking it versus Old Crunchy, then we will switch over, because it's right now $15 a month. So it'll be like $4 or $5 most more than what I'm paying at Crunchy, y'all, if I just do the basic membership, which what I'll do. So it's a no-brainer. It's closer to home, even though it's a little bit farther away from Trey. On days that Trey doesn't go to school, it's closer for me to go to the gym. Does that make sense? Like when they're home for summer and that kind of stuff. So we'll see. We might be back at the OG original spot since we started day one in 2019 here. That is just bonkers how things come full circle and how things change and will always change in your health journey. So if you're in a spot in your health journey right now where you think you're stuck, you think you're gonna be here forever, whether that's a fat loss mode or whether you're in muscle building mode and you're never getting to your physique goals and blah, 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 just know that if you stay consistent with it, y'all, you will get where you wanna be. Will it take a long time? Most likely, yeah. It's taken me a really long time to get where I am here today in 2026, mentally and physically, and really happy with the physique that I have, happy with my strength, happy with my mental and my relationship with food. It's taken a long time to get here. So just don't give up on yourself, and just know that it's not a quick fix. It's gonna take a long time to heal those relationships I just mentioned, but you'll get there, I promise. If you keep making yourself a priority, not putting yourself at the bottom of the to-do list, and just keep being consistent and showing up, it will add and stack up. So y'all let me know in the comments down below. After this shred's over, obviously I'm going to document some full days and some full weeks of me reversing my calories, telling you what my calories are when I'm still tracking. But I'm excited to venture onto a different journey, take you guys on some full days, full weeks of eating intuitively. Y'all let me know in the comments down below though. I'm very curious and I really need this feedback honest and truthfully, okay? So be honest and truthful with me. When I do go into my intuitive eating phase, do you guys want to see just full days of the eating and not having pep talks? Or do you guys like the pep talks with the full eating part of it? Y'all let me know if you want just food strictly or talking and eating with it. I really listen and take to heart y'all's feedback, so it means a lot to me, so leave it down below. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a huge thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. I promise I'm not so much of a complainer and a Debbie Downer. I'm usually very upbeat, but I feel like the motivational speeches were good this week coming from me. After the gym, we really had the vibes going in the rest of the day. I'm just gassed, y'all. I just need more fuel in the tank, and that's it. I've got the muscle on my frame. I've built this, and it needs enough to be able to sustain and go and not feel like death. The signs of hunger, the signs of feeling fatigued, all the things I've been talking about in this video this week are signs of an aggressive cut and signs that you need to stop cutting, to be truthful and honest, if you're feeling them really aggressively and it's affecting your life. And it definitely is right now. So I'm counting down the days, 2 weeks left. We got this going into week 5. Like, I mean, it's going by fast, I must say. I can't complain about that. It is going by fast, but damn, I cannot wait for these next 14, 15 days to fly by and be over, and we can start adding a little bit more fuel to the tank. I appreciate you guys being with me. Thank y'all so much for the love and support always on these videos. They just mean so much. You guys motivate me to show up and be my best self and not put myself on the bottom of the to-do list. And I say this all the time. If it wasn't for you guys holding my hand and making me accountable, I don't know if I'd be sitting here right today telling you guys all the things I just spieled about how great I am in my headspace and my physicality for my health journey. So I credit that a lot to you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being my biggest cheerleaders and my biggest supporters. It just means so, so much. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Y'all keep killing it on your journey, whatever that looks like for you, whatever stage you're in. And we got this. February, a brand new month, a brand new start if you're just starting, putting anything behind and leave it behind in January because man, it was 1,000 years long, right? Why is it always the longest month? And it's not as far as days stacked, but it feels like it's 1,000 years. I'm glad it's over with, excited for February, and I'll see y'all in next week's video. Bye y'all.